Let's start with the look. You can't really see it good, but it's a bike. It looks like a normal gravel bike. I'm sure to folks who ride gravel bikes, it doesn't look that cool. It looks fine. We're going B. The name Grit 55 sounds like a bad sandpaper or like one of the rough cut sandpaper you're going to use. It's not bad for gravel bike names, even the pricey ones, not stellar. All right, talking about price, all the other crap I had to buy with this bike. So this is some tools, stand, things like that. That I'm putting in, I'm still going to go B because it's fun. Like, it's fun stuff. It's just annoying that I had to buy it. But it is pretty good to use. These are Vera or whatever, hex wrenches. They're awesome. Like, it is cool to be able to work on the bike. It's a lot of kind of auxiliary cost. It's frustrating. Being able to race, S tier. That's like the number one. This was sweet. I've done one race. It was fine. I don't really know how to ride the bike. We'll get into that in a moment. But being able to race is the big thing. Being able to do it cheaply, this is great. Value. I think it's a good value. This was a cheap bike, which we'll talk about in a moment. I think being able to race is really where the value is. I think the sweet spot in bikes, from more research I've done, is probably like a much higher tier. This is a very cheap bike, so I think the value, B or A. We'll put it in A. We'll see if we move it. All right, totally hurting my knee intensely on a path ride, just road. I'm not used to riding this bike. I'm used to riding a very stand-up hybrid, which you can see here. So I hurt the crap out of my knee, and it still hurts. If anyone knows how to fix the back of your knee being incredibly tight around the tendon, please message me. All right, so knees, terrible. Brain, I've had to do a lot of learning. It has sucked. So that's going to be C. It's not quite F because I am, you grow, you learn, whatever. Huge pain. I'm used to riding a hybrid. I don't know how to ride this bike. I had to learn how to do a ton of stuff like taking off the handlebars, putting them back on, putting up just a bunch of components, a bunch of bike stuff, a lot of mental load in terms of just Reddit hours because I can't make a decision. So, a lot of my fucked up brain is in here, but this was just a pain. Right, components. So here you can see this, like, hate me if you want to, but this angled stem that I got. It's an adjustable stem. It's torqued to 10 Newton meters with 2 bolts. So I don't think it's going anywhere, especially with my kind of riding, but I had to change a bunch of components. I changed I changed the handlebars. This has been a huge pain in the ass. This is going to go in C. It took a long time to research these, to figure them out. I think I would have done this on any kind of bike, but with this, just a pain. I guess I should start with, it's a KHS Grit 55. Mention the name, not the brand. KHS, I think, is a defunct Taiwanese brand. Unsure. It's a big, chunky steel bike. And from pretty much a no-name brand, but it was very cheap. So brand, sure, we'll put in C. It might be harder to sell if I try and sell it because no one has ever heard of this. The stuff that came on it, is kind of components. This goes a bit into the value. I don't know. We'll go C because it's got Shimano. Claris, the lowest Shimano, so that whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to notice any difference. I'm used to riding this hybrid. The handlebar was 42 centimeters, and this is the small bike, so I don't have those kind of shoulders. Maybe in the next lifetime, but that kind of sucked. Changed out the pedals. As I say it, I guess it's not terrible. The stem was maybe 90 millimeters or something like that. Maybe it was 100. Maybe it was 100. Anyway, just had to change some stuff. I figure I would have to do it on a lot of bikes, but it was frustrating. So put it there. Tires, dude, go A or they've been great so far. Picked these up on eBay. They had like 200 miles on them. They're the new Pathfinders. They stopped making the Pathfinder Pro, so whatever these are, nice and resistant. Paid a bike shop to to make them tubeless. All right, money. This thing was $450. It's a cheap bike. It's a very cheap bike. I know I can kind of beat the crap out of it. I have had to put in probably $500 of components and some bike shop stuff. For an entry-level bike, I'm giving this an A. I feel like if I outgrow this bike, it's going to be into a $1,500, $2,000 bike, which sounds scary to say. But I'm happy with this over $1,000 bike, I think. I'm a bit unsure. So at $1,000 bike, if I'm going to be like $1,500 all in, I wasn't sure if I'm going to like any of this. We'll see if I regret this decision or if this value proposition changes, if I outgrow this thing a little faster than I think, but I'm happy with it there. We got my cat. This is one of my cats, Tum Tum S tier, as always. He loves that box. And we'll put Tibble up there as well, the other cat. Subscribe, that's going in the F. Just don't do it. Weight, this thing's like 32 pounds. So that's part of where it's like, should you have like paid more for less weight? It's steel. It's fine for the kind of riding I'm doing. I don't think this is changing anything, but that's the weight's not good. We can put an F. I just really wanted this picture of the hybrid so you can see like what I'm used to riding. I'm gonna go and see, because at this point I don't know how to ride either of these bikes. My bike position's like just way off. I don't know why I took this photo. Maybe it's for the look of the bike. It looks just fine. We'll throw it in B. And finally, being able to ride outside. I'm gonna give that an A. It's been awesome to ride outside. I'm such a Zwift biker that I'm just used to being in here and indoors. So Chicago has an 18-mile path along the lake, north-south. It's awesome if it's not the summer weekend days, which are pretty atrocious, that I've learned firsthand. But being able to ride outside is awesome. So that's the bike.